Wait, what's that noise? Why, welcome, Hades. I'm pleased you finally decided to join us. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Welcome to the AC fam. Enjoy. A motionless Hades lay still on the surface of the soil, limbs limp and sickle-shaped tarsal claws looking like razor-sharp hooks glistening in the light. Oh, AC family, we have some movement. Look, his antennae quivering ever so slightly to smell the air on his first day above ground. I'm not too sure why Hades lay relaxed like this on his back, but I was certain he was finding the crisp air of the overworld invigorating and life-giving. Can you imagine being underground in darkness your entire life, and then emerging to greet a strange but alluring world above? But there are so many reasons why the arrival of Hades here means so much to us. In fact, we the AC family have been waiting for this moment for months. It seems like yesterday it was just Thanksgiving, and I was prepping some fattened rhino beetle grubs for the slaughter as a feast for all the hungry ant colonies of the ant room. But boy, am I glad I couldn't close down those blades of death to kill the naked and defenseless beetle larvae on that fateful evening. It's funny how nature plays out, often with such irony, because these rhino beetles actually went on to save the Golden Empire, one of our longtime OG ant colonies that were on the verge of complete extermination via blood-sucking mites by lending their own predatory hypoaspis mites to their life-saving quarantine. These rhino beetles overall have been an absolute blessing to the Antiverse, wouldn't you guys say? But AC family, before we move on with what everybody's been waiting for, i.e. the games, I happen to have another surprise I need to show you. Have a look. It seems Hades was not the only newcomer this week. I assume most of us may have forgotten that there was another beetle developing quietly on the side. A female. I could tell this new female emerged when I wasn't looking because the soil had been moved around. We didn't give her a name because she was young and we weren't sure if she'd be arriving on time for the games. But turns out, she wasn't missing this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. She will now be named Artemis, after the Greek goddess of the wilderness, bringing our female count to 4. Freshly rotting banana has been placed within the chambers of the rhino beetles tonight, because finally, the time has come, and the beetles will be needing all the energy and nourishment they can get, for tonight marks the start of the biggest, most epic event in the history of the Antiverse, the very first Rhino Beetle Games 2019, an Olympic-style beetle competition that will blow your mind. Most of you guys already have chosen a team among the 7 male Rhino Beetle gladiators. But if you haven't, don't worry, for you'll be able to choose a team in a little bit. Even I've selected what team I'm part of. Guys, it's time to have some fun. It's the eve before the Rhino Beetle Games, and in the silence of the ant room, I watched as the beetles began to emerge from their slumber, coming to the surface to feed. Little did these beetles know what was up ahead for them was something that would change their lives forever. And first up to change were these growing chambers, which we called the Chambers of Sudan, named after the last male northern white rhino who passed away last year. These chambers have served their purpose at providing a safe haven for these rhino beetles to mature, from just babies to fully formed adults. But these beetles no longer needed rearing chambers, which by now have become quite lived in over the past 5 months. Prior to this huge event up ahead, it was time to give our gladiators some new royal accommodation so they could truly live like heroes. AC family, behold the Sudan Suites. Each of these luxurious condos are specially designed to house rhino beetles, and as you can see, they are each customized and branded with the official badges of our gladiators, completely ready to house them. These will be the new homes of our rhino beetles throughout the competition, until the ultimate winner, along with all the females, move into the prized beetle estate. But more about that later. I was excited to move the gladiators in, but first, there was one final preparation needed to give these Sudan Suites the 5-star prestige of which we boast. Only the finest of cocoa peat, imported from the ambrosial coconut plantations of the Philippine archipelago, which suffice to become the luxurious, pillowy beddings of our rhino beetle gladiators, prepared with crystal rain waters to produce the world's best substrate in which our VIP beetles should be living and sleeping. And voila! Look at that cocoa peat. Does that not just scream beetle glamour? I think so. I placed the substrate carefully into each of the Sudan Suites, and then suddenly, it was time to welcome the rhino beetles into their new homes. And this, AC family, is now our chance to get a closer look at each of your chosen rhino beetle gladiators. Bring out the gladiators! In this bowl, we shall meet and admire our gladiators, starting with Ares. Look at him go! Ares is a strong beast, with a solid build and a dark chestnut brown color. He's got great energy and is quite agile, even on this slippery surface. As he lays still, we can see that he sports an impressively sized horn. Team Ares, behold your champion. If you're Team Ares, sound off in the comments to cheer on your gladiator. And don't forget to use the hashtag Team Ares. Next, we meet Apollo. My AC family, he's a fast one. He's actually the littlest of all the male rhino beetles. But look at him go! He's quick and nimble, very effective on his feet. He sports beautiful reddish-brown elytra. Now Apollo has a rather tiny horn, but it seems what he lacks in physique, he makes up for in athleticism. Another thing that makes Apollo special is that he was the first to donate his hypoaspis mites for our experiment, which sought out to discover if the hypoaspis mites on the bodies of these beetles could be used to eradicate the Golden Empire's mite problem, which ultimately led on to save them. Guys, if you're Team Apollo, sound off in the comments to cheer on your heroic gladiator. Remember the hashtag. Up next, we have a crowd favorite. The audiences are roaring as we welcome Poseidon. And holy Sudan, Poseidon is absolutely massive, easily among the biggest of the male rhino beetles. This juggernaut sports huge horns both top and bottom. He's quite strong and has a lot of energy as he moves around this bowl. Poseidon exudes unstoppability. If you're part of the fandom that is Team Poseidon, sound off in the comments for your gladiator. And don't forget the hashtag. Moving along, we have our next great gladiator, Hephaestus. As soon as I put him down, he stood completely still. He looked a little low energy and almost sad. Could it be because he knew he had the least fans rooting for him? With Team Hephaestus making up less than 1% of hashtags so far? He didn't have the biggest horns, nor the biggest build, nor beautiful elytra color, like the other boys. It was for this reason that Hephaestus has become the official underdog of the competition, and also my personal vote to win the Rhino Beetle Games. Hey, you better believe I'm gonna partake in these games too. And admittedly, I'm a sucker for the underestimated and distraught. AC family, if you're also Team Hephaestus, let's make some noise for our gladiator and boost his morale. so he can take the win. Let's make it so the competition can't ignore our hashtag in the comments. Next up, we've got Dionysus. Now Dionysus was actually the second lowest in the popularity votes. But for you 4% who have actually been championing Team Dionysus from the start, I think you'll be very pleased to see him now. Flipped over, we can see that he bears a massive hypoaspis mite population. His body houses an entire country of hypoaspis mites on his chest. Wow! It does look kinda repulsive if you're new to rhino beetles, but just a reminder that these are predatory hypoaspis mites that eat bad mites, not parasitic mites. They're our friends. You'll also be happy to know that Dionysus sports one of the thickest and most solid horns in the game. That girth though! He displays strength, energy, a gorgeous exoskeleton, and we now know is popular with the mites. If you're Team Dionysus, let the wine overflow and sound off in the comments for your gladiator. And next up, we have Zeus. And wow, the grip on him was just insane. It took me a while to pry him off, and his leg spines really hurt. But as soon as his huge body hit our bowl, Zeus suddenly regained his composure and took on a surprising air of majesty. OMG, look at this, AC family! Hypoaspis mite skated gracefully across his perfectly polished elytra as he began to slow trot, almost king-like and stately, around the bowl. Like the Greek ruler of the gods he was named after, Zeus was truly an alpha beetle, and he knew it. Oh, look at him bow for you! What a showman! If you're Team Zeus, sound off in the comments to cheer on your gladiator. And last but not least, garnering the next biggest fan base, after Poseidon, I present to you our youngest of the males, Hades, the crush of the people. For those of you who call Team Hades even before actually seeing him in his adult form, behold, turns out your gladiator Hades is the biggest of all male rhino beetles in the games. Look at the size of those horns! Wow! Hades turned out to be a gorgeous Adonis of a beetle. Huge horns, the biggest we've ever seen. And despite his youth, it seems Hades does not fall short in strength, speed, nor agility. And right before leaving the bowl, he looks out at us, winks his antennae, and takes a bow. Hey, did he just steal that move from Zeus? Team Hades, sound off in the comments for your gladiator, another crowd favorite who is officially breaking hearts around the world. What a flirt! And that, AC family, is all 7 of the competing male rhino beetle gladiators. But before you guys start switching your allegiances to other teams, perhaps to gladiators with the bigger horns or more athletic builds, let me remind you that body nor horn size necessarily guarantees victory in these rhino beetle games. How so? Alright, so if you're new here, here is a rundown of how these rhino beetle games will work. See it as a sort of Rhino Beetle Olympics meets Rhino Beetle Amazing Race, with a series of competitions that will act as both rewards for the top winners and elimination rounds for the bottom losers. The Rhino Beetle games will be composed of a series of 6 elimination rounds of specific challenges that will test Rhino Beetle skills, utilized in real-life situations in the wild. All 7 males will compete against each other in these 6 challenges, which will test their innate strength, agility, speed, and other proficiencies that help rhino beetles survive in the wild. Each challenge will allow us to get a glimpse of just how magnificent these beetles are as we witness their amazing displays of strength, agility, speed, etc. Now, the first place of every challenge will win a special prize that may or may not give them an upper hand for preceding challenges, while the last place of every challenge will merit release back into the wild where they were collected. Depending on how you see it, liberation of the losers can mean that all beetles win no matter what. Now, as for what the ultimate winner of the entire Rhino Beetle games wins, I'll get to that in just a second. But first, here is the Rhino Beetle games 6 sporting events. Elimination Round 1, the Rhino Dive. Elimination Round 2, the Strength Test. Elimination Round 3, the amazing food race. Elimination round 4, stridulation idol. Elimination round 5, the search for love. And last but not least, the final elimination round, the joust, which will be the highly anticipated Beetle fight of the century between the top 2 Rhino Beetle Gladiator finalists, taking place in the Ringo Stadium. Just a note, guys, that all Rhino Beetle game sporting events are designed with the Beetle's safety in mind, and you can rest assured that under no circumstances will they be put in a harmful or overly stressful situation. Even during the final joust event, these Beetles naturally wrestle by trying to knock their opponent off a landmark, like a stick or rock. The losing Beetles don't die, and their exoskeletons are hard, so they don't sustain injuries. The only injury they sustain from a Rhino Beetle fight is a solid blow to their confidence, perhaps. But don't worry, I have a special prize in mind for the second prize winner too. Now, going back to my point on whether super large horns or body gives a male Rhino Beetle the upper hand at survival and mating in the wild, and furthermore, at winning in our Rhino Beetle games, it's questionable. You see, large conspicuous horns might make beetles easier to spot by predators. It might be an encumbrance when trying to travel or run away. It might even be harder to dig with. Who knows? But we'll be able to gain more insight and answers to these curious questions while these great 2019 Rhino Beetle games is in progress. And AC family, here's where our epic participation comes in. The reason I'm reminding everyone to use their team hashtag in the comment section, indicating which gladiator they're rooting for, is because I'm going to keep track of who is rooting for who, and at the end of these games, I'll be giving out a special prize from the Ants Canada shop for 10 lucky subscribers. Yes, you, AC family, who have been championing the winning Rhino Beetle all this time. Choose only one Rhino Beetle gladiator to qualify, as those of you trying to choose more than one will not qualify to win the prize. And guys, also feel free to share this video with all your nature-loving friends so they too can join in on the fun. Finally, of course, you must subscribe to this channel to qualify. Now, about what the grand prize is for the ultimate winner of the entire 2019 Rhino Beetle games, the winner of the Joust event, well, AC family, he shall inherit a Beetle Paradise, complete with space, food, guaranteed protection from predators in the security of our ant room, and of course, the female Rhino Beetles to breed with. And speaking of which, AC family, it's time we meet our lovely madams. Behold, Artemis, our youngest lady, dark and quaint. Athena, nimble and smooth. Aphrodite, who posed for us, so we could bask in the glory of her beauty. And when I got to Hera, what I discovered as I dug into the soils shocked me. I'm sad to announce that Hera, though seen emerging on a few nights, had sadly passed away. How sad. Guess this is the harsh reality in nature. Sometimes, some beetles don't make it. And so, our female count is back to 3. But don't worry, guys. I had a plan to honor Hera in an immense way through these Rhino Beetle games, which you'll see later. But now, AC family, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Good morning, Antiverse! The time is 6 a.m. and you're tuned into Rocksteady FM with DJ VW
and DJ Lady B.
Now, unless you've been living under a rock, which is pretty much the most of us, you probably have been anticipating this Titanic event.
That's right, VW. The 2019 Rhino Beetle games are happening in just a few moments. And we've got all the best RBG coverage coming right up. So don't touch that dime. Just a reminder that the Rhino Beetle games are brought to you by AntsCanada.com. Visit AntsCanada.com and remember, it's Ant Love forever.
You know what, Lady B? I think it's safe to say that we here at the station are pretty stoked to see Gladiator Zeus take the win today.
Oh, no way! Team Hades all the way. I want to marry him.
Okay, that's just wrong.
All the buzz and anticipation for the games has been building up to a climax throughout the entire Antiverse. All the ant kingdoms and beasts were up earlier than usual to catch this very first and pivotal event of its kind to ever grace the Ant Room. With front row seating to the games, we have the AAA Rhino Beetle females, Aphrodite, Artemis, and Athena, ready to watch the males compete and quietly cheering them on. As for our males, they were warming up on the sidelines, preparing for the first epic sporting event they were each about to partake in.
Now, this first sporting event the gladiators are gearing up for is called the Rhino Dive, and will test these rhino beetles on their ability to dig into the soil.
That's right, VW. In the wild, a rhino beetle's ability to dig into the soil could spell life or death at the onset of a predator. And I'm interested to see which of our 7 male rhino beetle gladiators will prove to be the best of the best diggers.
Each of the gladiators will be placed onto a platform, upon which they will each be given 3 minutes to ultimately submerge themselves into the earth. Sounds easy, right? Well, not so fast. Under all that dirt, the entire digging field is full of obstacles, twigs, rocks, and sphagnum moss that might make digging much more challenging.
Ooh, it's gonna be tough. If any of the males fail to completely submerge themselves into the earth by the time the 3 minutes is up, they proceed to an elimination round challenge to fight for their spot to remain in the Rhino Beetle Games, and ultimately the Antiverse.
All right, Lady B, it looks like the hour has come to determine the official order in which the gladiators will be competing.
Let's watch this. I'm nervous.
The Antiverse's very own Creator of Worlds has prepared a bowl with each of the males' names, and is sending in his griffin from the Netherworlds to choose the official order. Who will be the first of the beetles to compete? The griffin deliberates and grabs a name. Who did she pick? Poseidon! All right. Indeed, a crowd favorite in these games. I can't wait to see how he does.
See, I see what you did there, VW.
Following Poseidon will be Gladiator Hephaestus.
You know, he doesn't have the biggest support in the competition, but word has it, the Creator of Worlds is rooting for him.
Yeah, perhaps he just might surprise us.
After Hephaestus will be Dionysus.
Lauded as one of the most likely to win overall, according to Beetle magazine.
Is that so?
Yep. Following Dionysus, the small but heroic Apollo.
You know, I like Apollo. He's a mermanthropist, donating his mites to mite research, saving sick ants in other terrariums around the Antiverse.
Very noble indeed. Up next will be... Oh,
my ultimate crush, Hades.
Relax your pheromones, Lady B. Definitely has that it factor and is undoubtedly a crowd pleaser. I hear his management is in negotiations now for a multi-million banana movie contract.
Oh, I totally watch anything with him in it.
Following Hades will be Ares, another favorite.
I wonder if Ares is an Aries.
I guess it all depends if you count the date his egg was laid, or if you count the date he hatched from the egg. We'll have to check his Wikipedia page for that. So with Ares being second last, it means our gladiator Zeus shall be going last.
He's such a gentle beetle, that Zeus.
Yeah, he's truly distinguished and noble inside and out. I'm sure he'll put on a great show for us. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the official order of competition in the Rhino Beetle Games.
All rise for the Rhino Beetle National Anthem.
All right, AC family, and now the moment has come. Let the Rhino Beetle Games begin! Team Poseidon, cheer on your gladiator! Go! Poseidon makes his way quickly towards the back and immediately dives into a pocket below some sphagnum moss. There is nothing stopping Poseidon now. He's almost under. And he's concealed. Wow! Poseidon finishes with a great time of 38.27 seconds. Team Hephaestus, cheer on your gladiator! Go! Let's go, Hephaestus, buddy! I mean, go, Hephaestus. He heads towards the front of the field and surprisingly freezes right at the wall. The time was ticking. Oh, come on! Start digging! Hephaestus needed to absolutely be under by 3 minutes, or he would proceed to the bottom round elimination challenge, where he would compete for his chance to stay in the games. As the time ticked on and on, Hephaestus was not going to budge. It seemed he was a bit tired and just wanted to relax, perhaps past his bedtime. Hephaestus continued to rest here, not moving until the timer passed the 3-minute mark. Oh, Hephaestus! He failed the challenge and was going to proceed to the elimination round. Team Dionysus, cheer on your gladiator! Go! Dionysus raced to the front and began to climb the glass wall. No! He fell onto his back! Oh no! Oh! Masterful recovery from the fall. He moves swiftly now to the right corner of the digging field, searching ever so carefully for the perfect spot to dig. And yes, it looks like Dionysus found a spot. He starts to dig with about 1 minute past on the clock. Team Dionysus, will your gladiator make it below the surface before 3 minutes? He's in at only 1 minute and 38 seconds. Great work, Dionysus. He's safe this week. Team Apollo, cheer on your gladiator. Go! Small but terrible Apollo races to the right side. Look at him go! What a turbo gladiator. He heads straight for the moss. And attempts to climb the glass, and squeezes behind the plants. Will he find a spot below ground to dig though? He still clamors to try climbing the glass. Minute. Oh! Apollo falls onto his back. Recovered. And again onto his back. Recovered. If he can't get underground soon, he too will proceed to eliminations. Alright, he now heads to the left, away from the plants, still trying to scale the glass wall. Where is he headed? He makes his way to the front of the field now. And oh, towards the corner. And OMG! He climbs onto the ledge! I can't believe this! Look at that balance! He scurries to the other side of the field now. And like a little firecracker, is exploding forth up the sides and onto the back wall. He's really determined to climb up and not dig down. The 3-minute mark is fast approaching. And sadly for Team Apollo, it looks like your gladiator is heading to eliminations and risks being kicked out of the Antiverse and the games. Team Hades! Cheer on your gladiator! Go! This huge and youngest of the Beetles sprints to the right. And oh, is he digging already? Yes, he is! He's trying hard to dig down, but it looks like the obstacles are hindering him from moving vertically. He's sliding forward. Oh! It looks like he's stuck. Hades stands frozen in his tracks. Oh no! One minute passes, and Hades was not moving. Oh, he was doing so well! And as the timer ticked past the 3-minute mark, Hades, still not moving from his spot, also proceeded to the elimination round. Oh man! Team Ares! Cheer on your gladiator! Go! As soon as Ares' legs hit the platform, Ares froze and began to seemingly slip around. Oh boy, Ares was not moving. Go, go, go! Finally, Ares decides to turn to the left, but slowly and cautiously begins to move across the soil. Oh, it looks like Ares is determined to take his sweet time and investigate these lands. The clock is ticking as Ares continues to snoop around and smell the earth with his antennae. With 2 minutes down, it looks like Ares is looking for a place to dig, but is really taking his time. Oh, there we go. He's starting to dig. But will it be on time? Go, Ares! He slides, trying to find the best spot to dig. The 3-minute mark is fast approaching. And oh! Sadly, Ares was unsuccessful at submerging himself by 3 minutes. Team Ares, your gladiator also risks leaving the games as he proceeds to the elimination ring. And finally, Team Zeus, cheer on your gladiator! Go! Zeus stood still and took a bow to relax on the platform as Might skated across his elytra. He began to move ever so slowly to the right. It seems Zeus was also determined to take his time. This was around Rhino Beetle bedtime, chosen specifically for this event to increase the beetles' urge to dig below the soil, but also while they still had energy. But will Zeus be the 5th beetle to to proceed to the elimination round. He doesn't seem to want to dig. And we're halfway through the cutoff time. And then, suddenly, Zeus turned his horn downwards and began to dig. OMG! Will he make it below the surface before the 3-minute mark? Zeus pushes and pushes, but seems to have problems finding a vertical space. He's pushing and pushing as the clock gets closer to 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock, but a bit of his elytra are still visible. The rules state that he must be below the surface of the soil completely to count. Oh man, it's so close! 15 seconds left on the clock. Team Zeus, will your gladiator make it? And Team Zeus, he's in! Did he make it? I looked at the clock. And yes! 2 minutes and 53 seconds left on the clock. That was so close. Zeus was successful and is safe this week.
Wow, what a competition, right guys?
I can't believe my gorgeous Hades is in the bottom 4.
And my Zeus pulled through in the end. The top 3 winners of the Rhino Dive event are as follows. Zeus in 3rd, Dionysus in 2nd, and in 1st place today is Gladiator Poseidon. Congratulations to Team Poseidon. As the winner, he now earns the prestigious acclaim of holding the Great Pyramid of Hera, named in memory of one of the madams who passed away prior to the games.
What an honor that is.
As holder of the Great Pyramid of Hera for this event, Poseidon will get to enjoy his extraordinary prize of additional moistened soils, abundant with populations of soil creatures to keep his Sudan suite clean of mold, fungal infection, and ammonia for him, along with a lavish leaf shelter to lock all that delicious moisture in. Talk about posh accommodations.
Unbelievable. The added beddings will surely make him feel extra comfy for the remainder of the competition. Congratulations, all you Team Poseidon. Your gladiator performed excellently today.
That's right, Lady B. Congratulations to all the top 3. But now, as for our bottom 4, Hephaestus, Apollo, Hades, and Ares, who failed to dig within the 3 minutes, they will be proceeding on to the ultimate elimination round for the 3 remaining spots in the games. Which means we will be saying goodbye to one of these Rhino Beetle gladiators when it's all done.
AC family, before us sits the bottom 4. 3 of these Rhino Beetles shall be staying with us in the Antiverse to compete in these continuing Rhino Beetle games. And one of these gladiators shall be exiled from the Antiverse to be released back into the wild. Team Hephaestus, Team Apollo, Team Hades, and Team Ares. Here's how this battle elimination round is gonna work. AC family, behold the venue for the ominous elimination round. The digging field has been transformed into a strange garden of statues that may look random, but they each have something in common. One thing you may have noticed during the games was that some of the beetles in the heat of the moment decided not to flee nor start digging into the soils right away, but rather chose to simply keep still. Though digging into the ground in a speedy manner can help a rhino beetle increase its chances of success and survival in the wild, there is also something to be said about the beetle that chooses instinctively to keep still. You see, beetles above ground also must contend with a plethora of predators that might be able to hunt rhino beetles down by sight, like birds, large reptiles, and even primates. And so in this elimination round, our bottom 4 rhino beetle gladiators will be placed into the garden of predators, and the first rhino beetle to touch any of these predators will be the one we say goodbye to, losing his spot in the Rhino Beetle games, as well as the Antiverse. In this case, keeping still or even digging into the ground nearby will be of great benefit to the gladiators. AC family, are you ready? All the beetles will be set up on this platform and moved in. Who do you think will be eliminated and leaving the games and the Antiverse tonight? I don't know about you, but my heart was beating hard in my chest. Here goes nothing, guys. Cheer on your gladiators. 1, 2, 3, and they're off. Oh, Hephaestus and Ares keeping perfectly still in their spots. Apollo and Hades dashing off the platform. Oh, look at Apollo, barely missing that bird. But, oh no, Apollo touched one of the bird statues. Team Apollo, I am sorry. Team Hephaestus, Team Ares, and Team Hades, your gladiators are safe and shall be proceeding to compete in the next round of the Rhino Beetle Games. Apollo scratched up against the glass as we move in to make our final goodbyes to a fine gladiator. What made Apollo special was that he was responsible for us discovering the cure to our recent parasitic mite problem. And had it not been for him, it would have completely wiped out one of our oldest and most beloved colonies on this channel, the Golden Empire, who are now well on their road to recovery.
It is with heavy hearts that we say goodbye tonight to a gladiator that has not only become a friend to us, but who has also become a hero to all in the Antiverse.
Apollo, why am I crying? We'll miss you so much. We wish you well frolicking the open fields of coconut trees in your natural habitat.
And indeed, we will miss our little lightning Apollo. We watched him grow from just a little larva. And even as the littlest of the bunch, he still proved to us that he had the biggest spirit and heart. And with one now gone, there are 6 left to proceed to the next round. And the competition is guaranteed to get more and more intense. And so continues the Great Rhino Beetle Games. I'll see you all there next week. Go Hephaestus, buddy! Woohoo! Alright guys, it seems Gladiator Apollo is heading home. Literally, he's going to be released back into the wild from where all the beetles were collected. For those of you Team Apollo, do feel free to keep playing in these games and choose a new gladiator to champion. But sadly, you won't qualify for a prize. But hey, it's all for fun anyway, right? Were you happy with the results? Guys, be sure to tune in next week to catch the second round of the Rhino Beetle Games and watch your gladiators duke it out for the top spot and prize. For all you whose gladiators are still in the games, congratulations to your champions. Be sure to leave your comments for them to cheer them on, as rumor has it, they do read their fan mail. And remember to use their official team hashtags. And good luck to the remaining 6 on their future rounds to come. So guys, be sure to smash that subscribe button and bell icon now so you get notified at every single upload, and stay with us for these 2019 Rhino Beetle Games. And hit the like button every single time, including now. Trust me guys, you will want to be part of this super fun and educational experience. If you're new to the channel and want to catch up on all your Ants Canada lore, feel free to binge watch this complete storyline playlist here, which traces the origins of all the ant colonies of the ant group, so you can follow their stories and better appreciate how these ant kingdoms came to be and why we love them so much. AC Inner Colony, I have left a hidden cookie for you here if you would just like to watch some extended replay footage of the Rhino Beetle Gladiators. And now it's time for the AC Question of the Week. Last week we asked, why was the small original pond not suitable for 18 toads? Congratulations to Lucas Nguyen, who correctly answered, the original pond would be too small and the ammonia levels would rise due to the toads' waste, causing the toads to die from ammonia poisoning. Congratulations, Lucas! You just won a free ebook handbook from our shop. In this week's AC Question of the Week, we ask, how might keeping still help a rhino beetle survive in the wild? Leave your answer in the comment section, and you could also win a free ebook handbook from our shop. Hope you can subscribe to the channel as we upload every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video to help us keep making more. It's Ant Love forever.